my name is Ashley Collins, aka The Unto Dragons. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Breakup Diaries. This is gonna piss a lot of people off, and honestly, I'm still not even sure what the title of this video is gonna be, but I have so much built up rage that I just need to let go. You know what I'm saying? I need to let it go right now. And I also feel like there's, other than the rage, because I don't like to speak out of anger, because I think that's very unhealthy, that's really bad. But I think there's little portions of truth in there as well. And you don't really see a lot of people talking about this out loud, you know? But, here we go. And also, I've been pissing off a lot of people lately, especially since I'm too nice. And it's like, at this point, I don't care. Is that a part of growing up? Just not caring anymore? Okay. Okay. Here we go. They're black. They'll understand. They're ghetto. You just got to be patient with them. Customer service is lacking, but I'm black owned, so they'll understand. Some black people don't tip, so don't be extra nice to them. These are, oh wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. That's expected in a black owned business. These are a combination of quotes that I've heard, not only in real life from employers, past employers and present, but also quotes that I saw online. There's like an exception for black owned businesses. It's like I have to do a little bit more. I have to do a little bit extra in order to go into your business. And it's like the bar is so low, it's like I don't have to try that hard. I don't have to give you good customer service. I don't have to give you what you purchased. Because I'm black owned, you have to support me, because if you don't, that means that you're a racist. And you don't support black owned business, what do you have against us? And it's like I was saying, why are their standards set so low? Why is the bar so low? Why am I giving out this rant? So I recently worked for a black owned business, and I didn't apply to them because they're black owned. I applied to them because I have one major skill, and that's the fact that I know how to pour a fucking drink and I know how to carry a tray to a fucking table. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care who the owners were. I didn't care what they looked like. I didn't even know that they were black owned when I walked into the building, you know? And I have never been so disrespected by an employer ever in my life. And I used to work for fucking Disney, you know, and that was a very abusive relationship, my employment at Disney. And I know what you're thinking, don't let this one experience ruin how you want to work for black owned businesses, but this isn't the first time that this has happened. This has happened 95% of the time that I've worked for a black owned business. Being disrespected, being talked down to, not being tipped, not being paid on fucking time, not being paid properly, them charging you for shit. This place that I worked at recently, they told me you're not allowed to bring in food. You're not allowed to order food while you're working. Like, I feel like that's a labor law. I don't know all the labor laws, but you can't tell me that I'm not allowed to eat if I'm starving. Especially with my health condition. Bring a snack, so I brought a snack. Don't bring a snack, you're bringing in ants. So what do you want me to do? Long story short, I quit the place, and I feel relieved, but I also feel a little bit of guilt. And I think a lot of that guilt comes from the fact that they are black owned. And it's like I shouldn't have sympathy for you, because you should care about your employees. You shouldn't think to yourself, it's okay that you quit, I'll replace you tomorrow, which a lot of these employers do. So it's like, why am I working so hard? Why am I helping the dishwasher with the dishes? Why am I helping clean the kitchen? Why am I on my hands and knees? Why am I shucking oysters? Why am I going the extra mile if I'm so replaceable? And overall, you shouldn't have a high... Oh, does my hair look like a wild mess right now? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Ashley. Your company should not boast about having a high turnover rate. Your company should boast about the fact that, oh, I have a day one person here. They helped us open this business. I have several day one people here, actually. You should be boasting about that. I don't know. At least I think so. God, my handwriting is just getting worse and worse as I get older. What did this say? Oh, why is it difficult for Black-owned businesses to get loans unless someone is killed? It's kind of like we profit off of death. So I was watching a video, and I was trying to be as open-minded as possible, saying how the majority of Black-owned businesses cannot get loans from the bank. And they're claiming that it was racism. But if you think about it practically, I'm not going to invest in your business if I know that you're going to go out of business soon. Sorry? 8 out of 10 Black-owned businesses don't last. That's 80%. That's a really big number. So if I was a banker, I'm not going to invest in your business. And I'm sorry about that, but I need to think about how my business is going to flourish. And I don't care about your business. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I think it's number one right now. Feel free to correct me. I believe that it's number one business owners right now. I'm not talking about big chains like Walmart, or I was going to say Kmart. Is Kmart still in business? But number one right now are Indian-owned businesses. Not Native Americans, the Indians. Number two are Asian-owned businesses. Why is that? Because they don't say, we're an Asian-owned business, we only serve Asians. No. If you're a business owner and you're targeting a specific demographic, you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail. If I go, okay, so today I want to get my eyebrows waxed, don't look at them, and I Googled what was the closest in my area, and it was an Asian business. I don't care that they're Asian. Are you gonna hook me up? You're gonna make me look good. You know what I'm saying? I think why they're thriving, and I'm talking mainly specifically right now about restaurants, salons, clothing stores, is because they cater to everyone. It's kind of like we're doing backwards racism right now, where it's like if you're a Black-owned business and a white person walks in, you're like, what are you doing here? You don't belong here. And it's like, didn't that already happen? And we saw how that went, right? It's like you're putting your own self in a bubble, and you're making people feel guilty. And it's like, I don't want to go to your store. I don't want to go to your bank. I don't want to go to your school if you're going to discriminate against everyone else. That's strange to me. I need more than you're Black in order to purchase from you. Oh my gosh. This brought me back to my first service job. My very first job in general as a teenager was Arby's. Learned a lot from that. But my very first serving job was at Longhorn Steakhouse. You probably heard of them. You probably haven't. They went out of business because of labor laws, etc., etc. I could have gotten money from that, but I didn't feel like going to court and whatever. Long story short, one of the servers said, I don't like serving Black tables because they don't tip. And I remember being so pissed off. I remember being so livid. I was cursing at him. And the guy I was dating at the time was trying to calm me down. I was like, you're a racist. I'm going to tell the manager. And it's like, I wish I could find him. I don't remember his last name. And we're not friends on Facebook or Instagram. But I wish I could find him to say that I'm sorry, because you're right. Black people don't tip. I was working a couple of weeks ago, and I worked a 5-hour shift, and I had multiple tables. I think I had 10, 15 tables, and I left with $8. And maybe you're saying, actually, maybe you were just giving shitty service. I treat every table the same equally, and I try to leave my drama at the door. I always smile and I greet every table the same. Left with $0. I mean $8, forgive me. And it's like, you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to not tip just because you're black. God, this video sounds so fucking bad. I remember the guy I was dating at the time. He was serving a party by himself, and their bill was like $200, $300. And the guy gave him a high five, and he's like, "Hey man, thanks for the good service." And when my boyfriend at the time opened his hand, it was a $5 bill. You do the percentage. You do the math. Wig shops. So I know a lot of black owners are selling wigs to women of color in particular, but I think that you're kind of pigeonholing yourself, because why don't you also cater to people who have cancer, who are losing their hair? I don't know. And maybe that's a little sneaky, but also like, I feel like that's like the right thing to kind of do to help them. Because I saw one of the people that I follow is going through chemo treatment, and he's losing his hair, and it's like, maybe you can make a wig for him. Obviously, it's not going to be long, luxurious curls, but like, I don't know. I'm trying to persuade myself to slowly stop wearing wigs, because it's like someone else really could use it. I don't know. And I'm sure that you're gonna say, Ashley, you have so much internalized racism. You have so much internalized self-hate. No, I hate myself because I hate myself. I don't hate myself because I'm black. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with the color of my skin, but it's all about practicality and treating people right. Right? We don't own nothing. That's a sentence. Firstly, that's a shitty phrase sentence. We don't own nothing. That's such bad grammar. But it's like, because you don't do anything successfully. There is a formula. Gosh, I'm so sick of seeing Grant Cardone. Please let this man shut up, because he's literally handing out to you the formula of how to be successful, and you're not following it by saying, you have to support me because I'm black owned. Guilt tripping does not make me want to purchase from you. Sorry. When was the last time that you saw a commercial for an Asian restaurant? When was the last time that you saw an ad for a Cracker Barrel? They don't need to. They just give you good products. They just give you good shit. Just do that. Just give me good stuff and be consistent and be honest-ish. I feel like a lot of these Asian restaurants, we know that it's not real meat. We know that. When was the last time that you saw a social media post for Burger King begging, I call it Booger King. I hate Burger King. Begging for people to come in and purchase from them. They don't need it. They have customers based off of their quality and by word of mouth. And I think that word of mouth is stronger than putting out ads. Even though ads are also helpful. I know that. I guess I'm going to talk about this because I'm so sick of hearing about this hoe. I'm so sick of hearing about Keke Palmer, right? We all know that what she did was disrespectful. But honestly, also, this is how we couples argue in real life now in my generation. We don't talk to each other. We don't communicate with each other because we're so fearful of fighting with each other. Guilty. Whenever my boyfriend and I have a fight, like, I always run to my best friends and I'm like, how do I communicate with him? I always run to my, I gotta hurry up and wrap this up because I gotta go to the bus. I always run to my cousins, like, how do I communicate with him, right? But it's like, at the end of the day, you have to use your words. and don't raise your voice. Just listening to each other. Don't run to social media and complain about them. Why can't you talk to me one-on-one like a man? Why do you have to be a coward and include the whole world, especially knowing who I am, knowing my fame, trying to ruin my reputation, which you already did ruin your reputation because you recorded it. And why are you grinding on Usher? Usher of all people? Grind on Idris Elba. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm going to grind on someone, I'm going to make it worth it. I'm going to grind on Henry Cavill. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to grind on Mike Tyson, not Usher. Ew, that's gross. But anyway, like I said, this is how our generation communicates. We are so passive aggressive with each other. We just run and make a social media post. But I love, you know what I love about this? I love that men are very concerned about this issue. I love that you're concerned about it. But at the end of the day, women, we don't respect ourselves. We don't. And so it's like, what's the incentive for you to date me? That's why we have so many cat ladies. That's why we have so many women with 4 different kids and they're single mothers and they're boasting about it. They're proud of it. We don't respect ourselves. So men, I see why you have lowered your standards in dating. It makes sense. But anyway, can we stop talking about this Keke Palmer girl? You can't even name a movie that she was in. And don't say Nope. Name me something other than Nope. You see? Human Resources. She's one of the voices in Human Resources, by the way. And it's like, is that what you want your legacy to be, Keke Palmer? That you grinded on Usher and your baby daddy complained about it? Or do you want us to talk about something great that you did? A great contribution, a great film, an Oscar-winning film. Not that, ooh, my baby gave me this body. Look at me. I haven't seen Sound of Freedom yet. I do plan on watching it. But he said something in an interview where he said, we're all playing a character in scripture. So who are you living through? My video timed out. Okay. I don't know what role I'm playing right now in the biblical history, but I hope that it ends well. And you should as well. I've lost track of how many journals I own. If you go through my history on my YouTube channel, I've had so many different journals where I've written stuff down, and I know that we're supposed to be saving the planet, so I'm wasting paper. Now lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep if I should die before I wake. I pray that something that I've written in my hundreds of journals makes a difference in someone's life. I'm not going to support you just because you're black. No one should. Sorry. Can you not just be a black-owned business and just be a great business? That's all I'm saying. And no one should use race as a selling point. You're not fighting for equality. You're fighting for privilege. And that's all I have to say. On my way to an interview, pray that I don't miss the bus. Okay, that's it. Ciao. Bye. Smile.